Chemistry. Oxygen, we're looking at the part 2 of this topic. We're going to look at the following outline: chemical properties of oxygen, test for oxygen, oxides, ozone, and then finally uses of ozone. Chemical properties of oxygen. Number 1, metals react with oxygen to form basic oxides. Alright, for example, sodium plus oxygen O2 produces sodium oxide, which is a basic oxide. Okay, magnesium react with oxygen to produce magnesium oxide, which is also a basic oxide. Number 2, non-metals bonds in oxygen to form acidic oxides. For instance, carbon plus oxygen produces CO2, which is carbon 4 oxide. And carbon 4 oxide is an acidic oxide or acidic anhydride. Now, acidic anhydrides dissolves in water, okay, to produce an acid. In this case, H2CO3. Okay, let's look at a second example, still with non-metals. Now, non-metal sulfur react with oxygen O2, okay, and then it produces SO2, which is sulfur 4 oxide. All right, this is also an acidic anhydride. Now, the acidic anhydride will dissolve in water to produce an acid. In this case, H2SO3. Number 3, reaction with ammonia. Ammonia bonds in oxygen to form nitrogen and water. Let's look at the reaction. So 4 molecules of ammonia. Ammonia is NH3. Okay, that's the formula. NH3 plus 3 molecules of oxygen O2 produces 2 molecules of nitrogen, okay, then plus 6 molecules of water. Next, we look at the test for oxygen. How do we test for oxygen? Number 1, oxygen rekindles a glowing splint. A test tube that contains oxygen, when you bring a glowing splint into it, it will relight it again, as shown in the diagram. So oxygen relights a glowing splint. Number 2, it forms reddish brown fumes of nitrogen 4 oxide when it reacts with nitrogen 2 oxide. So reddish brown fumes, as you are seeing it. The equation of reaction is shown below. We have NO plus oxygen, which is nitrogen 2 oxide plus oxygen, produces nitrogen 4 oxide, which is NO2. Okay. Number 3, no residual gas is produced when it reacts with copper. So when oxygen reacts with copper, no residual gas is formed. Just copper oxide, Cu plus oxygen, okay, produces CuO. Next, oxides. Oxides are formed when element combines with oxygen. Okay, they are classified into several groups. We have the basic oxides, we have the acidic oxides, we have the amphoteric oxide, and then finally we have the neutral oxide. Let's look at them one after the other. Basic oxides. These are oxides of metal. They react with acids to form a salt and water. Okay? Examples of the basic oxides are sodium oxide, lead 2 oxide, etc. Next, we look at acidic oxides. These are oxides of non-metal. They react with alkalis to form salt and water. Examples are carbon 4 oxide, nitrogen 4 oxide, etc. Next, we look at amphoteric oxides. These are metallic oxides which behaves as both acidic and basic oxides. They can react with both acids and alkalis to form a salt and water only. Okay? Examples, we have aluminium oxide and zinc oxide, etc. Finally, neutral oxides. Now, neutral oxides are neither acidic nor basic oxides. Okay? They are neutral to litmus paper. Is that okay? Examples, we have carbon 2 oxide, water, and dinitrogen 1 oxide. Next, we look at ozone. Ozone is known as an allotrope of oxygen. It is a triatomic molecule represented as O3. Oxygen is O2, remember? It is an unstable molecule of oxygen. Now, allotropy is the ability of an element to exist in more than one form in the same physical state. Now, preparation of ozone. How do we prepare it? Ozone can be prepared from oxygen by passing electric charge through it. Next, we look at the properties of ozone. Number one, it is a pale blue gas. Remember, oxygen is colorless, odorless, and tasteless. Number two, ozone has a smell like that of dilute chlorine. Number three, it is poisonous at high concentration, can choke you. All right. Number four, it is more reactive than oxygen. Then number five, finally, it is slightly soluble in water but dissolves in turpentine. Okay. Now the final part of the video, uses of ozone. Number one, it is used in air conditioning plant. Number two, it is used as a bleaching agent. Number three, it is used as a disinfectant in water and sewage purification. Okay. Number four, it is used to protect the Earth's surface from ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Okay. And then finally, number five, it is used for ventilating area with little fresh air. Okay. Thanks for being a part of the class. Ensure to subscribe.